If you're wondering why the recipe calls for an entire 1.5 pounds of potatoes, it's because if you only use half a pound of potato, you chop up 1/3 of a stick of celery, which is a really weird number, 1/3 of a carrot, and 1/3 of an onion, which is less bad. 1/3 of an onion isn't really all that bad. Next, you're going to cook the onions and carrots and celery in about a tablespoon of oil, vegetable oil or canola oil if you have it. The canola oil may also be labeled rapeseed oil because the grain existed long before the word rape developed its modern denotation. Once the vegetables are nice and tender, the beef is ready to go in. You can also use lamb, and you're going to want 1/3 of a pound. And you're also going to want one of these handy dandy things to break it apart. You're also going to want to bring your pan up from a low-medium heat to a medium heat. If you don't know the difference between those two things, I can't tell you. You're just gonna have to get to know your skillet. The next thing you're gonna do, I opted for a wide angle because the maneuver is a little advanced, is drain off all the excess grease in the pan, because the next thing that you're gonna be doing is adding broth, and if you do that while there's a whole bunch of grease in the pan, it's going to splatter, and that's bad. You're also going to want to add a teaspoon of all-purpose flour. Make it a little better, you know? After everything's kind of cooked in, it's nice and mouth-watering, you're gonna put the mixture, the beef and the vegetables, into a large baking dish, and you're also going to use the mashed potatoes. You shouldn't have eaten these by now when I said you start by making mashed potatoes. You're gonna want your oven to be at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. See that? Do not put it at 400 degrees Celsius because they're not the same thing. You're gonna bake those puppies for about half an hour. Aren't they beautiful?